Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America. And did you know before Jill Biden was Jill Biden, she was Jill Stevenson? That's her first married name. Well, her ex husband, he's got some very frightening tales to tell about their divorce. We're going to take a look at that, but before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. Now, Jill Biden's ex husband appeared last night on Newsmax with Greg Kelly on Greg Kelly Reports. And he had an interesting tale to tell about the time that he and the First Lady, or the future First Lady, got divorced. Now, he said there was infidelity, and I believe I've heard some rumors to that end that it was infidelity with Joe Biden, but I'm not going to speculate about that here. I mean, that's their personal life, and until we have stone cold evidence and an admission from Jill or Joe, we don't know. But I will say this. Apparently, he still wanted to have an amicable divorce with this woman. But according to him and his testimony in front of Greg Kelly, what he says happened was a nonstop assault by the Bidens, and particularly Frankie Biden, who threatened him to give Jill Biden the house or there would be trouble. What happens after that is kind of a terrifying tale. See, Stevenson and his brother were actually charged with felonies for owing around $8,000 in federal taxes. Now, when you think about the fact that Hunter Biden just yesterday pleaded not guilty after his plea deal fell through to owing about $2.2 million in taxes and being charged as a misdemeanor, that does make you kind of scratch your head and say, But I want to let Jill's ex-husband say it in his own words.
I owned a couple houses with her. But the problem was I owned our big house and my home at the beach in my company's name. So they sued me for one of the houses. It took 6 years to resolve that. And this is when my problem started. In 1982, they lost the house, and Jill had to come to the lawyer's office and sign off the deed of a house in downtown Newark. It wasn't even our beautiful home at Oakcastle or my home at the beach that I owned corporately with friends. It was a house that was worth $35,000, $40,000, and now it's worth a fortune. But here is where the problem was. Frankie Biden of the Biden crime family comes up to me and he goes, "Give her the house or you're going to have serious problems." I looked at Frankie and I said, "What, are you threatening me?" And needless to say, about 2 months later, my brother and I were indicted for that tax charge for $8,200.
You know, on the surface, it is crazy. Now, you're hearing this. You heard it. You say you heard a threat from Frank Biden. Those dates are crazy. 1 week later, Delaware is a small state. Joe Biden is like the Prince of Delaware in a way, right? Very powerful. You think that he essentially ordered this? Get Bill Stevenson.
I not only think it, I know it. I'll tell you right now, this is what he's using now, but we'll get to that in a minute. In 1982, my brother and I were charged for $8,200. At that point, the bar in the first 10 years of business had already grossed over $30 million, and we had generated over $5 million in taxes. I could not believe the power of Joe Biden and the Department of Justice. I couldn't believe it.
Now, that would be a terrifying experience for everybody, or anybody. I mean, look, Joe Biden's a very powerful man. He's been a very powerful man for a very long time. And what's happening here, if what Mr. Stevenson is saying is true, is an absolute abuse of power. Now, a lot of people believe the Biden family is as corrupt as the day is long and has been for a long time. I'm one of the people who believes that. This story absolutely has the ring of truth to me. I absolutely believe that Joe Biden and his family have wielded their power like a rich elite family tends to do, back when it was a lot more acceptable and a lot more where you could be more blunt about it and didn't have to hide it as much as they have to hide it today. Interesting, very interesting story here from this man, and frankly, again, like I said, super believable from where I'm sitting. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Folks, I want to thank you for joining us here today, and I want your comments on this story. Do you believe what Jill Biden's ex-husband is saying? Or do you believe it's nonsense and he's just a bitter ex-husband? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. I believe him, but I don't want that to affect your decision. Also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because, again, that really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia. This is Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.